Alright, today we're going to take a look at this Whirpool Cabrio with the E3F5 error code, and I'll help you learn how to switch out the latch and make this go away. I'm going to unplug it. Of course, you might notice that when you unplug it, the power takes a minute to go off. There's some capacitors in there that keep the power for a little bit, so that's kind of annoying. It'll go off in a minute. But we're going to replace the latch today, and to do that, I'll show you really as fast as we can, break it down. You need to take all those little screws out the back, and particularly the lowest two down here and over here that hold this panel, so you can slide it this way. And then you'll be able to get some clips under here and just lift that all the way up. Now you need to do that because in order to replace the latch, right, you know your wire goes up through that hole into the circuit board, and the release clips, you got the two plastics and then this metal one that's really hard to do without lifting this up. So that's what you're trying to do. You could try and do it with the top down, but it doesn't take much to get this up. It just takes about, it's really only 2 screws, I guess. And then I'm going to do this with some pliers. Just push that through on both sides. All right. That should give me the ability to lift that up off of there and change that plug. Pause it for a minute. Okay, so the action was more pulling up and towards me, and I can just flip that over, and now I see right there it's coming through. So when I get my new part, take a look at this. We need to bend this back and pop that out. And then I'll be replacing it through that hole. Stand by. See if that one, yeah, that'll fit through there. There we go. And then go back to the underside. So this, probably for safety, I'm going to clip that back down. Maybe. Or I might tape that on there. Okay. A couple pieces of tape. I don't need to put it all the way back together. You could. I also saw in another guy's video to tape the lid so that it doesn't all fall apart when we need to tilt this back up. And I'm able to rest mine there against the cabinet and on the tail of the washer. Pretty dirty in here. I already vacuumed it out. It's still pretty filthy. But either way, we can see the hole that I pushed that back through right there. And now we've got some clips and cable routing there. Now, if you're like me, you tried to hotwire this and make this thing work before you bought a new sensor, so this is what mine looks like right now. So we'll pick this back up when I have the new sensor in a couple days. In the meantime, I've got cleaning to do. I'm going to move the washer out while it's not functioning. I can get it out of the way. See you in 48 hours. Okay, we are back. 2 days later, I have the part here from Amazon, and I'll put the part in the description. There's quite a few of them out there, so you want to check your part numbers. It could be on the back side here. That's for your part number, or just get your washer part number off the inside of the lid there, get your washer model and match it up. Anyways, they're mostly the same, it looks like. And it does come with the full latch mechanism. But before I get into taking it all apart again and putting it back together and spend all that time, I'm going to make sure this actually works. So, get my washer moved out a little bit more here again. And then I need to lift the lid up again. To do that, I pull it this way. And then, hard to see this part right here without the camera falling, but right down here is where there's a couple latches to lift this. Once you take the 2 screws off the back side, back behind this, I showed earlier in the video, then you can slide this whole thing, the whole top of the washer, towards you. And now I'm going to see if I can hit those with a little screwdriver. It doesn't take much, you just barely touch this. With the screwdriver, this side's tight over here. Side up. Use my right hand, that might work better. There we go. It's not really even something I can hit with the screwdriver, I don't think. I think it's just the way it moves. Let me grab this. It's just a specific action you have to get it off of that and that. Just a little rocking and shaking. And now we can put this all the way up. And remember, I taped the lid so it wouldn't fall open right now. And then you may or may not have a way to hold this up. I think I had the washer back further or out further. But what I'm going to do is take it all off now. We've got a couple torques. Can't really see those, but take that off. Rewire the whole thing through there. But I guess I forgot. I need to test that plug, so that's what I was going to do. Put you right here while I show you how I got the circuit, because I lifted this up, but what I actually needed to do is just do that so I could get the circuit board, the top of that off, which you have to get in here to do. And push these clips and pop the top off. And it's a lot easier with a pair of pliers. So we'll be back. Okay. This. And same thing on the other side. That lets this up. That's why at every video you see, they want you to take this off. And it seems like it's harder than it needs to be. But it's actually only 2 screws on the back of the washer. And then it slides forward. You can get this off. And it's actually, of course, it's the way you want to do it. So here we are. We've got this back open again. And my new latch and my new plug. I should have run it up through the hole already, but we'll just test it for now. It's a good fit. Plug in my washer. Okay, we still have an error. There we go, but we might just need to clear it. Because I heard that latch. It latched and it woke up, and now the computer goes, oh, hey, guess what? We've got a new latch system. It looks pretty happy right now, so I'm going to go ahead and put the washer back together, see if we can make it run. So that's going to start with me taking this back out. I need to run it through hole, and I'm unplug it again. Plug the washer and get my part out of the way. I'm gonna route the cable on the underside here back up through this. So I again need to put this back on so it doesn't break while I. And this is basically got those same clips I pushed through. Once it's lined up, it'll just smack back down and it's locked back on. And I'm gonna do this rigmarole again where I'm trying to lift this top. There it is. Got a little bit easier that time. The wash bucket wants to swing around, hit my fingers. Okay, that looks pretty good. Stood up there. And so now we have this knob. I could replace just this part and put these two new screws right into here. I guess you can't see that. I could take this off and replace just that part. I don't have to take this off. So I'm debating that because with that comes a part the top that's painted with those screws down under there. I have the lid taped shut, but yeah, I think I'm gonna disassemble the new part and put this on and route my wire through there. I did decide to keep this piece, but before I put the new part on there, I'm going to clean it. And I'm going to give this a little upgrade because water gets stuck in here all the time. And I won't mind to drain. I don't mind if it falls down this way. It's probably going to go in this general area, maybe down there, but as you can see, it's already getting wet. It's already rusty in there. And if it builds up in this area, I think it gets to the latch and into the mechanism of the circuit board and creates this problem. So this is the secret hack. Drill yourself a little drain hole there, small as you want it to be. Not going to be an issue. You can always fill it in if you don't like it. All right, there it is. It's installed. I used a little tape just to secure that in a few spots there. So I only had one of these clips barely working. But once you get this down, that plug out of the way. There we go. Push back. It's all secured, within this area. It can't go anywhere either way. Let's take a look inside. I do have to lift it. No, I just need the circuit. Oh yeah, that's right. I have to get the circuit board loosened again. There it is. And there's my drain hole. I'll clean this out. It'll drain right down. It's going to come out right there and end up, under there where plenty of other stuff has been going. Bleach and water and stuff goes down there all the time. This is the one place I really don't want water is building up in there because it makes its way back into that lid lock and right into the circuit board. It goes straight in there. So I think the drain hole is genius, but that's just me. All right. I'm not that smart though. I know that because I do need to lift this back up to get the circuit board off one more time. Okay, check that. Actually, this may be another way to do it. If you're pretty handy or skinny or whatever, you might be able to do this job, some of it anyway, without removing the entire top, if you can get the panel off of the back here and then reach in. So I can try and, I already pushed my plug through, so instead of lifting it all the way back up, I can grab that plug and plug it right back into this, plug the harness into the circuit board right through here. Maybe. I've got it, but orientation of it is the tricky part. And getting it out in this fashion, I think is going to be pretty challenging, but you know, and you don't want to damage your circuit board. Putting it in, maybe, but I can't see it. You know, by now, I could have had the top up. One more time. God, it's almost in there though, right? I'm going to fight it for 5 more minutes just so I don't have to lift the top up one more time. No, fuck that. Because just like on the truck, they always be like, yeah, just go ahead and just take the cab off. It's the easiest. This is a cab off repair. Sometimes this is why you don't want to do it, because it's just a little bit tricky to lift this, and I still haven't figured out. I think it's that you want it slid, but not all the way towards you, because there's 2 different parts to release there. There we go. Back up, pliers, release the circuit board. Hopefully for the last time. Cap is on. Just so you gotta pull up and towards you a little bit. See if we can get in there nice and close. I'll hold it. You could reach back in through here, try it, but this one, I don't want to get it in that one. Remember that too. Looks like my clip came off this time. You see that one there? Not rusty. This one here, I need to use the pliers. Put it all back together. One more test. This will be the actual wash test before I put the screws back in the back and put the back panel on. See if we can get the washer to start. We'll go with a quick there's the basin check. Latch check. Looks like we're good. The water's not connected. I disconnected the water and everything, so I can hear it trying to get water. Yippee! It's fixed. Leave me a like, comment, subscribe. Let me know your problems or issues with this repair. I love getting your comments, and I will try to answer your questions and help you out however I can. Until next time, thanks for watching. We'll see you soon.